Giving drivers permission to change their vehicle if they have permission to do so. What offline mode does is it allows us to collect information and store it with the timestamp and the geostamp where and when it happened. They're not looking ahead too far. Essentially, you can control it so the driver only sees the very next stop they're making. Welcome to the 2024 review series for Inside the Lamp. My name is Jonathan Anthon, co-CEO here at RouteGenie. In this video, we're going to be talking about the enhancements that we made this year to the Driver App. Driver App, probably the most used thing within RouteGenie, right? Because of all those drivers out there using it every single day, making that Driver App as easy to use and as stable as possible is probably the most important thing we do here. So these enhancements are obviously critical to your day-to-day success and our success. So some really important stuff we're going to cover here today. Make sure you like this video and follow us on the platform that you're watching on so you can catch all these 2024 preview videos. But let's dive into the enhancements we made to that Driver App. So making sure that that Driver App is as user-friendly as possible is really important to us. And you're going to see some good enhancements for the Driver App for 2025 as well. Let's talk about what we did in 2024. First thing, allowing the driver to change their assigned vehicle. So in the past, the driver could only log into the vehicle that they were assigned either via pre-assign or a planned shift, which for the most part is fine. But in some situations, maybe a driver gets to a garage and you've got vehicles that can be blocked in and that vehicle is blocked in. Or there's a maintenance issue with the vehicle and the vehicle can't go on the road that day. If there's not someone available, within the dispatch system that can go and make a change to their vehicle, that becomes a major problem, obviously. So giving drivers permission to change their vehicle, if they have permission to do so, is a big enhancement that's on the driver's profile. So you can decide whether or not you want that. If your business is, none of my vehicles are blocked in, there's always someone there in the dispatch office that can make the change. You probably don't want that setting turned on. But if not, that could be a really useful setting to help manage some, early morning problems, especially when the drivers get in and they're getting into their vehicles to start their day before someone might be in the office. Another big one is offline mode. So this is essentially allowing the system to collect and store information to transmit later. The way the system used to work was if you arrived at a location and you didn't have internet connection, or you did a status update or tried to capture a signature, none of those things would work. Arrivals would still work and we'd still capture that. But what would happen is we would report it once you reconnected to the internet, right? So you could have been there and driven 5 minutes before you reconnected, and then the time that was reported for your arrival time would be 5 minutes too late. It's not good, obviously. So what offline mode does is it allows us to collect information and store it with the timestamp and the geostamp where and when it happened. So instead of sending your location 5 minutes from now with a time 5 minutes from now, we'll store where you are now, and what time it is now, so that when you reconnect to the internet, those are the times that we send back for the arrival time or the loaded time or whatever it might be. We also give the driver the ability to capture signatures and do things of that nature offline. So if there's issues with coverage in your area, if you're still in one of those areas it's out there or it's mountainous and you don't have the most reliable cell phone coverage, offline mode will help prevent any data issues that come from not having internet connection on the mobile device. Jumping to a couple driver, quality of life settings, we'll call them. Only showing the next stop. So this is a setting that allows you to essentially only show the driver the next place they're going. To keep it nice and simple, that way drivers don't get confused in their schedule. They don't move around things that they should be moving around. They're not looking ahead too far. Essentially, you can control it so the driver only sees the very next stop they're making. So, hey, go pick up John, or hey, go pick up John and the Genie if there's multiple people at that location, or go drop off Steve. Whatever the next move is for that driver, that's the only thing they'll see in the Driver App instead of seeing their whole route. So if you want to keep it simple and just show them one step at a time, you can do that with the only show next stop setting. Another big one, the GPS location required setting. We just get a lot of problems with people not being able to see proper ETAs, not collecting GPS information because drivers just did not give the app GPS permissions. So now we've set it up that if the app does not have GPS permission, the driver essentially won't be able to move forward and do anything in the app outside of giving the app GPS permission. So we have to have at least open allow while the app is open, or you can have always allow. Now, the challenge with allow only when the app is open is if it goes in the background, if they go to Google Maps, if they leave to go to a text message, if they take a phone call, anytime that app is not right in front of them, you're going to run into situations where you're losing GPS for that period of time, and you're losing visibility to that vehicle. So that can cause a lot of challenges. You're not going to have accurate ETAs, for example. So if the driver picks somebody up, for example, and then goes to Google Maps and the app is no longer running in the foreground, if that passenger calls, or the next passenger in the route calls and says, "Hey, what's my ETA?" the app still thinks that person's at the pickup location. Doesn't see that they're driving to that passenger drop-off location. So you're not going to have accurate ETAs. So we really, really encourage always use always allow. We don't look at the location anytime if the driver is not signed into a shift. That's the only time we track location. So even if you're in the app and you're not signed into a shift, we're not tracking you. It's only if you're signed and active in a shift that we're taking location. So always want to use that when you can. So some really cool stuff that we added to the driver app, and a lot more coming in 2025. Make sure you check out the 2025 preview video series, and make sure you check out the other cool stuff that we did for 2024, the other review videos. We did some really cool things and made some enhancements to the broker integrations that we have. We did the new RouteGenie broker software. So if you're interested in becoming a broker, or if you're a broker that's watching, you check out the new technology that we've got with the RouteGenie Broker Edition. Really cool stuff there. We did some really cool things with our import templates and some of our reporting. So a lot of really cool technology coming out in 2024 within RouteGenie. So make sure you check those out in addition to the 2025 preview series. And again, make sure you like this video, comment below with any suggestions you have for what we should be doing in 2025. And make sure you follow or subscribe depending on what platform you're watching on, so you don't miss any of our videos with really important NEMT content and all the newest stuff within RouteGenie. But for now, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Welcome to the 2024 review series. No, I don't think that's it. Okay. The important, really important